Greetings all, it's Blue Knight. Welcome back to Ratchet and Clank. Previously we went to Planet Realguard to take care of some last remaining stuff over there. And then we ended up here on Planet Core 2. We got ourselves a nice little item called the Bolt Grabber. It's that little red thing that's on Ratchet's waist. And we also helped out an Ultramech scientist who gave us an infobot to head to Calibo 3, which is where we have to get our next gadget, the Holo Guys, in order to infiltrate that really big factory. So we're gonna come back here to Planet Core 2 in due time. But for now, our adventure's gonna take us to the Gadget Ron site on Calibo 3.
This is starting to become annoying. I'm not sure why I bother with you incompetent idiots. All right, I'll try this one more time. You are my most elite troops. I'm sending you down to the planet's surface to destroy those troublemakers. Now go! Oh, and if you have to destroy Gadget Ron to get rid of them, so be it.
So, Chairman Trix thinks now we're a nuisance? We've gone through what? 12, 13 planets and bases, and now he declares us a nuisance? He must have really high standards for us to be an adversary to him. I just gotta say that right now. So welcome to Calibo 3, which is the Gadget Ron site. Pretty much where Gadget Ron's home base is, more or less. So the first thing I want to note is actually that huge rotating Gadget Ron sign over there. It's nothing more than a small detail, but something I want to point out. So on Calibo 3, that's the main tower where the Gadget Ron sign is located. That's what it says in the North American version, but apparently in the PAL version of this game, something I call the PAL Platinum, I guess that's supposed to be their greatest hits of this game. That rotating sign is called Galactron. I'm not sure why it's called that. Maybe it's called Galactron in the European version of this game, but that's the only thing I can think of. So let me just organize my weapon set for a bit, and then we can start on our adventure here on this planet. This is what my stuff is looking like right now. It's mainly just to reuse a bunch of weapons that we haven't seen in a while, like the Suck Cannon and the Walloper, though I may have used that like a planet or two ago. But this is just mainly just to show off new weapons and just showcase ones that we haven't seen in a while. Let's go down this path. And right away, we're gonna see one of the more tougher enemies of this game, the Blarg Elite Guard. Those guys that Chairman Drake was talking to just a few moments ago during that cutscene. Also, see you freaking Seekers. You gave me so much hell in the past, but not anymore. That Walloper can make you a thing of the past. And I love it. Okay, more Blarg Elite Guards are coming through that ship. Gotta be careful with those guys around. Now, something really stupid about these Elite Guards is worth mentioning. If you attack one from a distance, somehow they'll be able to turn around and fire back at you. This is the only enemy in the entire game that is able to do something like that. And it doesn't matter how far you are. Those guys will retaliate you if they even see so much as a speck of you with their eyes. It's really ridiculous just how long their range is. I think you have to practically make sure that they're non-existent, that you don't spawn them in your screen in order for that to happen. But they can fire really far, that's what I'm trying to get at, so don't underestimate them whatsoever. Even with a Visible gun, they can actually see you from quite a ways away, which is really stupid. Not sure why they're the only enemy in the game that can do that, but they are. So first things first, I want to go on this grind rail segment and take care of this pathway very quickly. Hop across this grind rail. I think there's a skill point here where you have to go through this entire grind rail section without taking a hit. Hence why there's a lot more hazards here that we've seen in past grind rail segments. Jump across there, then jump back. Jump over to the left. It's also worth mentioning if you go for 100%, There's gonna be a couple of signs that you'll have to hit as well on your way to the end point of this grind rail track. So this might not be the most riveting thing in the world to see, but it'll all be worth it in the end. I'm gonna opt to jumping over those mines rather than hitting them, because that'll just risk more of the chance of me losing that skill point. Get a couple of close jumps with those mines. Jump across here. It's very worth mentioning that you should jump across that particular tip when you see those blue and white lines. If you don't, you're gonna die. Ooh, ah! Dang it, I thought I was actually gonna be able to scrape by that, but that wasn't the case. I probably should have gone left when instead of going right. We can still get something else after we hit all those switches. It should be coming up relatively soon. So now that I lost the skill point chance for now, I'm just gonna opt down on swinging my wrench and hitting all these guys, because I really don't care now. There's our next gold bolt. No animation, unfortunately, because we're obviously mobile. Jump across that again. Make sure to avoid that. If you're worried about the hatchers being a bit randomized on this, then don't be.
Hey, we finally get to meet the help desk girl. I hope she's cute.
What should that matter?
Oh, man.
Come here often?
Actually, I work here, so I come here all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I've been following your progress. Here, shh, take this. It's a map-o-matic. It will be very helpful.
I'll see you later.
Bye, sweetie.
I think she likes me.
Look at Clank getting all the lays without even trying. That's how much of a lazy man he really is, or a lady robot in this case. But whatever. So we got the Gadget Ron map-o-matic. I actually missed that. Go to help desk messages. Not that. I have to remember the option of where I can find that. Help log, that should be it. The Gadget Ron map-o-matic can be used to find secret areas. Just go to your map screen and all secret areas will be highlighted on the map. I'm not sure I'll find such a thing right now. No, never mind. That green segment is the secret area. All secret areas in the game will be marked as green once you have the map-o-matic. So this is a perfect item you can use if you want to go back and do all that backtracking for the completionist stuff, which is something I do every time I do 100% run this game. So if you ever want to do that, now you have the better resources to do so. So go around here for a bit and get more bolts as a bit more of a not consolation, it's more of a compensation prize, I guess. It's also really cool that you get to meet the Gadget Ron help desk lady if you do have the help desk messages on, because you never really meet the helper behind the voice that's giving you all those messages. So it's really cool that she's an actual part of this world and not just something that only the game uses as a tool to help you. It's really neat that kind of have a bit of a world building aspect to that once you do meet the help desk girl herself in order to reveal who is behind those messages. That's what I'm trying to say. There's a gold bolt here in case you need to do anything. There's just a secret gold bolt there if you're going for all the gold bolts in this game. And somehow that transport can also spawn in more chickens. If it was chicks, it'd be a completely different story. I think I heard one time when I was watching another Let's Play of this game is that break room is supposed to be like an in-joke from Insomnia themselves. That's apparently how they see themselves, as chickens. I'm not sure why, but I guess I'll go with it. Insomniacs have really They got their own sense of humor, I guess. I guess it's supposed to show how morph-o-ray went completely wrong and just turned them all to chickens. I don't know. I'm reading into that a bit too much. I'm just gonna go back on this ground roll and get that skill point again. So you don't have to worry about the hazards being all randomized. It will always be the same every time you go on this ground rail segment. So you might have to do a few runs if you're really bad at timing your jumps or swinging with your Omni Wrench. But once you memorize the pattern, then you should be able to get through this without getting a scratch. In which case then, you'll get the skill point for doing so. It's so damn easy once you learn how to focus. To be honest, that's one skill point that I'm surprised I didn't get in my first run in this particular playthrough. That's always been one of the easier skill points for me to acquire. So I'm really surprised I had to do more than one take on that. Then again, playing a game and commenting at the same time is kind of a tough thing to do. So now we're done with that little side quest of sorts. We now have 2 ways we could go through. This one's blocked off, so this will be the optimal path to go through. Use the suck cannon here to take in all these guys. Now I'll save that for later, for what we really need it. Alright, now we'll be entering yes, a Gadget Ron test room. We'll be encountering quite a few of these for the next little bit. For this particular segment, that these guys are all using the bomb glove. So we're really getting more of an insight on Gadget Ron using these, testing the weapons that we've been using ourselves on this adventure. I've always seen this level to be pretty cool in the case of world building, because now we really get to see Gadget Ron at its, I guess at its full picture. Because we've always heard word of them throughout the entire game. We know how important they are in terms of weapons manufacturing in Solana. But now we really get to investigate their headquarters in the Solana Galaxy and see how all the testing goes on. Just see how business is run here, I suppose. I guess there wouldn't be any business if we did have to take care of all these freaking security guards that were sent by Chairman Drake of the Blarg. Come on. Come on, Devastator, work with me. I want to try to aim in first person mode, but I'm afraid it'll blow up these little crates as well, because that's only protecting me from the Devastator. Okay, that actually worked out perfectly. I was trying to strafe with the Buster Pack, but I kind of forgot how to do so. Okay, L2 and R2. This is the second time I had to use that strafing thing, and the first time I had to use it for something that's actually useful. I guess useful, I use the word quite loosely. Because it's not all that reliable like we've seen already. The crowd of seekers trying to take me out. Thankfully I was prepared for them with a walloper. We should be entering another test room. I want to get this milk crate first. 51,000, 52,000, jeez. And look at this, they're all actually using the wallopers themselves. I probably should have used the bomb glove to match what they were all doing in the last room, but what can you do? I'm probably gonna use the other weapon they'll have in the last Gadget Ron test room that they'll have coming up as well, because there is one more before we have to complete this path. I'll show you all the chickens. We haven't seen this before in quite some time. So Devastator on you. That should went on quite nicely. And so did that one too. Nice. I actually thought I was gonna miss that guy by like quite a few inches or something. But unfortunately, or just fortunately, that didn't happen. More seekers. There's also a Gadget Ron vendor here in case you need to reload on any ammunition, which I think I'm relatively okay. Well, but aside from the Tesla cloth, I guess I'll just take some time and trying to get some money for that. get some ammo for that.
Some great bargains for you today.
I actually just ended up reloading on all of my weapons that have ammunition to carry. Because I had the money to do so, so I'm not going to be losing too much. I only just lost like 2,000 bullets, and we still have a lot to utilize. It's also a Gadgetron, a metal detector spot here. I get a lot of bolts here, like just one cog and one regular bolt. Not really a very plentiful spot that was. Anything out here? No, there isn't. And now we can head back down. Okay, this is gonna be a bit tricky. I recommend having the quick select ready for, or the quick change ready for the blaster here. Then quick change over to the swing shot, and you'll be able to get through that particular segment. It might take you a few tries to do it, but once you're able to handle it or get it down, that won't be much of a problem for you. And I think we might be nearing the end of this path as well, because this is the last Gadgetron test room. And all use the porositors, so that's what I'm gonna do as well, because I conform to peer pressure apparently. I want to fit in with the cool kids and do what all the fancy kids are doing nowadays. In reality, I don't. I'd rather just do my own thing. I'm just doing it because I like to fit the theme of this room that it's doing right now. I actually went through that mostly unscathed, or completely unscathed actually. That's usually the room I take the most damage in for some reason. I'm not sure why. But that's always the Gadgetron test room in this level that I always have trouble with. Alright, how to handle this. I guess this would be a good time to see just how far the range of these guys can really be. So if you could take out some of the block the elite guards. That was from relatively far away, but they're still firing at me. I'm gonna test this even more by actually going to the middle of this room. So we can take out a couple more. Like so, or just one. You can see very off the distance, they're still firing at me. That's what I was talking about earlier when I said that the range of these guys is so ridiculous. So you really gotta be careful with these guys, especially if you're dealing them from a distance like I am. Don't want to take care of. I know I'm being cheap and hiding behind this milk container, but you call it cheap, I call it strategy. We all see things differently, and this is how I'm seeing it right now. I don't care what anyone says, it's working. That's the important thing, I'm getting results out of this. I can bring out my makeshift cover. So there should only be a couple of seekers left, and I can just deal with these guys with a walloper. No problem at all. And all these crates are mine for the taking. Which means more money for me. It's as if I never spent all that cash on reloading on all my weapons. Now you think there might be a more or less harmless stretch to the end, but no. This kind of acts as a fourth Gadgetron test room, so I'm just going to use whatever the hell I want at this point. Because we got a makeshift combination of all three of the weapons that we've been going through in this path on Calibo 3. Now let's use the walloper. You know, there are some bomb float wheelers here, and I see that Parasor wheeler as well. I think I'll be taking out one shot with this walloper. So I don't have to worry about these guys too much, unless they start crowding around me. Of course I take a hit while I was saying that, so I gotta eat my own words to get a Parasor. A nanotech shield. Or spear rather, not shield. Just getting my words mixed up at this point. But we are at the end of this place. Get all these crates first. And I'll lock that door while I'm at it.
Excuse me, sir. I was wondering if you were concerned about the, invasion?
Son, our defenses are the best money can buy. Don't give it another thought. You ever been on a hoverboard?
Yeah, once or twice.
I am in search of a hip young star to represent my newest line of boards. Someone the kids can look up to.
And I am your man.
If you can beat my test bots in a race, that job is yours.
Yep, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, we have another hoverboard race to go through. If you've been paying close attention for the most part of this level, you can see that there was a hoverboard track beneath our feet when we were platforming through this place. And that's something that I'm not really looking forward to, considering how the first one went. But it's not as stressful as the first one, though. I'll say that much. So next time on Ratchet and Clank, we're gonna take care of this hoverboard race and see if we can please this guy to become, I guess, his new spokesperson for Gadget Ron hoverboarding. Because apparently that's what matters in the world at this particular moment. It's not like we have to go stop Chevy Trick or anything. No, we have to become a role model for young hoverboard hipsters and cool people and such. You get the idea. In any case, until we meet again, farewell for now.